Now, y'all, I thought
he's out there screaming and yelling and beating the shit out of her and got her kids scared to death. I've heard that many times. In the middle of the night, hearing all kinds of noise, and went out on the back porch and was standing there real quiet, and he's out there screaming and yelling and beating the shit out of her and got her kids scared to death. I've heard that many times. He's out there screaming and yelling and beating the shit out.
now y'all know damn good and well I done pushed a button, and I ain't letting this one go. It's been up 4 hours too goddamn long. I'm going to bed after this, so I'm gonna make this short and sweet. Not only can this dumb motherfucking piece of shit not spell domestic violence correctly, I guess he's about 43 sweet teas in. Not that I really give a flying shit. But now suddenly he cares about domestic violence are being committed against Candace Rose. And all I'm gonna say to that, you wormy little piece of shit, is this. I have watched you goddamn lie your ass off. Flip, flop, do all kinds of fuck shit for 2 years now. What I've also watched is you not only condone domestic violence and abusers, make excuses for them, pave a good path forward for their lasses, swear they've changed to the world so that you and the rest can use them to harm their survivors, fighters, victims, and the children they've fully fucking abused and laid in. Not only have I watched you do that, I've watched you encourage the goddamn abuse against Candace. Condone it, encourage it, say it needs to increase. You don't blame Dawn, she needs to be hit harder. Blah, blah, blah. Right now, I know many of your fuck shit vids are hid. Oh, and don't forget the one you now got put away somewhere. That when you first got a hold of my abuser, and then you're like, hey, look at this, it bothers her. And oh, he's building something for the new coleslaw. Oh, you're woodworking, big guy. But he says he's awfully gosh darn sorry. He wasn't such a good guy then, like 2 months ago. But he's definitely changed now. Dear world, so that I and Scott H. and this group and Penny or Bills can use him to torment Jody Sue. Yeah, I remember it, and I got all you goddamn comments. I got all your shit downloaded too, including them. And your shit in the background. I got the chat logs showing what you were doing while Monster was on panels and places and while you were talking to him and all this other shit. What you were saying about me and my domestic violence and what he did to us and my children. You didn't give a flying fuck then. You give a flying fuck to use him and help him with this group do worse to us and to keep us abused. Right. Even without wearing bruises every day. You didn't care to end so. I've watched you yourself use many abusive male tactics against I and Candace both. Manipulation, gaslighting, psychological and emotional manipulation. Because guess what, you piece of shit? You are an abuser. I'm sure Candace enjoys being stalked as well by you, continually. That's probably why she took you to court while you're one of the very few in Summer's case that's been taken to court. Now suddenly you give a shit that she's being abused? Now it's your business? Now you wonder if other people have called in or reported things? Well, you've encouraged it against her. While you've encouraged it against me and my children, while you've helped with it. Why you yourself hidden behind a screen, you cowardly little Napoleon motherfucking garbage can, have abused myself and my children behind a goddamn screen. While you've put out little pieces going, I'm mad at the bitch today, so let's hit her where it hurts for the kids, or imply this about this child, or her selling her children, because Candace is obviously setting up shit to stand things, right? I'll just put it out to sting a little. I see you for what you are. That's why you can't spell domestic violence correctly. It would probably burn your fucking soul to ash, what's left of it if you have one. So don't pretend 4 hours ago you suddenly get shit about Summer, whether she was bruised or the boy. You know what? No. No. Or who reported what? Or when, or where, or how, when you said some of the sickest shit about those boys. While you were drunk, of course, and admitted that, but then that didn't happen. It was okay for you to say those things on while you have intentionally pinpointed shit at my children to harm them in their community and slander and libel and harass and do things. And I, as a mother and a survivor, and them as abused children, and you've helped their abuser. I see you, and I have proof of it. I think all of us have seen and heard you, whether you've hidden shit not or now or not. We've watched you encourage the abuse. Candace giggle, be like, she should be beat harder, in my opinion. Maybe Dawn could knock it out of her. Where's Summer? So don't pretend you give a fuck about domestic violence. And if, I don't know what kind of stupid sentence that is, but is domestic violence your business? Oh yeah, it's your tragedy pimp business, you piece of shit. Fucking coward hidden behind a goddamn screen, encouraging other men to abuse women and children or to do it harder, or being like, oh, there's such a good guy. Look at Monster. He's building things. It's been a month and a half. He says he's so sorry. He's so sorry for beating his son and laying hands on his daughter and beating the absolute shit and attempting to murder a woman for 30 years. Literally. Over and over and over and over again. I say abuse, mentally, just emotionally. You just runs the gamut, bro. You helped it. And you've helped it. And you've paved the way for an abuser to continue it with a helpful little tiny abuser it now has with it. And you made the public think it was okay, and it was hickin' sorry while it was being used by all of you to continue to abuse myself and my children out in the open, and to target and to set up and do whatever, and whatever, right? I've watched you. The rest of the world has. They may have short memories. I do not. I have the comments you've left while talking to Monster. I have the chat logs. I have the places you've been in all the other fucking rooms giggling and laughing and talking about how Candace was beaten or is beaten and all this other shit throughout these 2 years. I've got it. You can all hide your bullshit. But I'll be goddamned if any of you here are gonna sit down and pretend like you give a flying shit about whether Candace was beat or hit or not, or whether I was or anything else, because I guarantee you I can pull a clip out or chat logs and show that you're goddamn liars and that you've not only helped the abuse against both of us, but gaslit it, set it up, tampered with court cases. You've helped the monsters, you've helped the abusers continue to abuse, and you have also abused us from behind the screens and our children. I guarantee you, for each of you this week that wants to pretend like you give a flying fuck suddenly about domestic violence, I can sit you down in a pile of your own filth and show you in the world otherwise. But you fucking Napoleon slimy piece of shit. No. You can't, well, I don't know. What's different? Tragedy Pimp can't spell? Shit, look at Dolly, look at the rest. Hashtag Summer, hashtag Dylan, hashtag Kylie, hashtag Harmony, hashtag whatever, ain't a goddamn one of their names spelled right. Y'all can't spell nothing right. Not the victims, not survivors, not fighters, not the murdered, not the missing. It's just a fucking hashtag. You don't care if you got that spelled right. But by God, you could have merch store and Cash App shit spelled right in every one of the goddamn titles or whatever the fuck else, right? Sure can. All tragedy pimping on Summer's name, Candace Dawn's, mine's, my children. The torment, the abuse. While working with abusers, while gaslighting them, setting them off even. To where they do harm us. Just like y'all do with Dawn and Candace. Whether they play with you all or not, and I know they do. I ain't done. That doesn't mean that you have the right to manipulate motherfuckers to that degree either. You stand in a community where you say you care, but you actually silence women and children. Victims. Where what you've done over these past 2 years has shown many women they have a real reason maybe not to reach out and to fear. And that people will say they deserved it or to compare, say they deserve to be beat harder. You motherfuckers in 2 years' time really at some point are going to sit down and realize that at some level somewhere with the amount of millions of eyes on all of you, chances are you've scared one woman and her children into not reaching out for help. And that she and her children will die in the goddamn dark. Because of you. What about the other cases of domestic violence? What about when you finally get Candace killed? The next cases where you pretend you care about potatoes, fake tears, virtue signal, whatever. The other cases where you encourage domestic violence against those women too, or whatever. It's always back and forth. You'll eat from both ends. And you'll help abusers. And you'll be abusers and monsters behind the screen because it's what you do. But I can tell you right now, you all have watched live in real time Dawn be hit back at me, but in ways to where it's got to do with, I mean, it's abusive. And he's just doing it behind the screen. It's not, here's this point by point thing. Nope. It's purposeful shit to target in a way that is abusive. And it's pretty sick. Seeing him do the same to Candace and to try to gaslight her and to hurt her emotionally and all these other things while he stalked the shit out of her. You know, tried to open up her location and find her, find the children. He's always after all the goddamn kids too. From Hunter to everybody else, he's after all the goddamn kids. That's all he ever fucking concentrates on, honestly. Talking shit about one or the other of our children or being disgusting, insinuating shit about our children, all these other goddamn things. It's abusive as fuck. And he's doing that to mothers and women because he knows. And that's pretty sick. But it's no different than the rest of the tragedy events, I don't suppose. But Dawn B's been one of the most vocal, I mean, as far as when, Got the shit. So do y'all. Those with longer memories and who know that there's materials not shown anymore, put back, and know even from day to day or one live to the next, that dude has said the opposite. And so, well, if I was Dawn, I'd hit her too. If I was Dawn, and now suddenly 4 hours ago he gives a shit, but he can't even spell domestic violence. Sure. Y'all want to keep eating tragedy vent bullshit? Old regurgitated tragedy vent bullshit? Go right ahead. Eat shit from these little monsters, right? That tragedy pimp on all of us and our destruction and abuse while they pretend to care about it. Dingleberry, Napoleon, slimy weasel piece of shit over there is one. He can cry about it if he likes. He can come back out with some more fuck shit to try to emotionally manipulate, whatever. He normally does. Sure, be about my kids. It'll be about, like the other day. It's, oh, did you notice he doesn't go about Monster and the shit with the hill and the way. No. Somehow he always plays a piece of me to hit at me. It's a twist to where it targets me because, well, I'm female and he don't like it when I talk back and I don't listen. And I keep calling him out on his fuck shit. He ain't calling out Monster. He's trying to make it Jody Seuss thing to discredit, terrorize, fucking whatever. Nope. I watched this dude encourage, condone, and excuse the violence against Candace and I both. And our children, although I'm not fucking having it, dude. I have watched this dude giggle and smirk at me. It's specifically on fucking lives and be like, oh, he's really sorry. He's really a changed fella. 2 months after, and wink wink, I hope it bothers you to see he's building something. I've watched comments and I had fucking chat logs. You should see some of the disgusting shit he's telling Monster and Stall and everything else as they fully abused myself and the children, tampered with court shit and orders and everything. That just set up shit. I'm in no mood for this one tonight. Napoleon can keep his violence business to himself. Y'all want to buy He Gives a Fuck? Go right ahead. I ain't it. And I only come back on for this reason. I'm gonna call it like I see it when I see it. And this week I've seen a whole lot of it. All these that you see pretending they give a shit about domestic violence have all done the same thing to Candace and I both. Condoned it, giggled about it. It's really that bad. And be like, nuh-uh, the monsters, it was all the women. It's a mutual thing. It's this, it's that. No, the women are the monsters. And they're whatever, and they deserved it, and whatever, right? So they can pat the ass and suck the assholes of our abusers and shit, right? Fuck all y'all, bro. Each and every goddamn one of you. And I really should go one by one and pull that shit, make y'all sick in your own shit. Just like you falsely attempt to do the rest of us that you try to discredit while actually lying to people that we're the ones that are lying or staying inconsistent or whatever. That's not true. It's you motherfuckers making up goddamn shit. You all are the ones that can't stay consistent. You're the motherfuckers that can't even be advocates continually, right? One day you pretend you care for a victim or a fighter or someone murdered or missing, and the next day you're goddamn condoning the abuse, violence, whatever that can get someone, another woman or children killed. And you're helping abusers. All of you are some sick motherfuckers. You all are the ones that need to be sat down beside every goddamn little piece you do online and clip art form. That way the world can see you for what you are. Your aunties, your uncles, whatever the fucks, your own goddamn communities. Showing exactly what you all do to these cases, the victims, survivors, fighters, communities. how you lie, twist, and do whatever, and how you all are the true monster. How you all are your own fucking abusers. And how you torment the living shit out of and destroy real people. Real victims, and you make more, and you don't care to use abusers when it suits you or your business. Y'all are sick. All of you. You're the ones that need to clip art. And the real channels. Like a real fucking channel for once. Not a pickup stick, not a siphoning channel. Oh, not a pretend fucking I hate BK or TM channel. It's actually like run by BK or TM to siphon up, see who the traders are, to see who this is, to see who that is. But a real one that stays up forever. And all of you. Well, you two live online. But in real form. Shown for exactly what the fuck you are and who you are. And how abusive and sick you are. And how much you enjoy what you do online to other people, real communities, victims, survivors, spotters, and their cases, and how far you fucking go. I told y'all I ain't going nowhere until something's done about all of you. And I'm gonna call you out. Even if right now it's just a little at a time, one of you at a time. Y'all suck. It's just the harm you all cause to other human beings around you. And then pretend you fucking care. It's domestic violence, your business. Yeah, it's your Cash App and click and view and sub and merch business, right? So y'all can go fishing and sleep just fine at night. That's your business. It's as far as you go. Otherwise, you encourage it, condone it, help it. You do it yourselves. It's real human beings. Even though it's still trying to get the fuck out and away from it, because even we are not. I mean, I wear bruises every day, but because of the tragedy pimps and their crew and the stalling monster aspect, definitely not. And because of other things and fly monkeys, absolutely not away from it entirely. Obviously, C is not either. Watching one section gaslight, and just knowing what they're doing in the background, man. To get that let off, and then so the rest of the group, like the Don B's and the rest, can talk about it like they really give a shit, or smileys or whatever. I'm calling it in. I suddenly care. Well, they parody me and dress like me and do whatever, and they're like, "Oh, if I was Andy, I'd beat her too." You know? I love your fucking gross. You make me want to goddamn vomit, but I'm not. Y'all ain't worth the food in my belly today. But I've managed to get fucking. And I'd hate to have peanut butter in my nose. Anyway, yeah, this slimy piece of shit. He can bite me right now. He can. Dude, how you even in the truth? This motherfucker can't even spell violence, let alone domestic violence. Some bitch can't even spell violence. He's over here being like, yeah, I'm a true detective, and there's a train that runs through Beach Creek. Dumb motherfucker. Another local. Fuck right off, bro. So sick of this dude. Bald ass little weasel. And I know, I'm not supposed to do that. And I try not to. Because I have so many debatable points and proof and shit, but damn, it does sure feel good to me. Especially fucking little weasel. Can't even spell the most. What a goddamn tragedy.